Dino, when you look back to this time last year and how you started to assemble this group, could you have imagined that they would be able to gel so quickly and achieve what they did in NBL24?
Yeah, you hope so. I think when you reflect on last off-season, it was so much about getting process right, and missing the playoffs allowed us the time to go ahead and ensure that every move that we made was checked, double-checked across a number of value, talent, culture, so many things, and we dug deep on everybody. So I think that was a great reflection of what we were able to achieve with good time and process to put a fantastic team on the floor. The induction of people again was another work on to how we brought them into the club, how early they started to understand and live our values, and we obviously did a good job of that in the way that we performed on the court.
Starting the season the way you did, how much of that was a result of the ability of this group to just come together so quickly and gel so quickly?
Yeah, the pre-season was always challenging with international windows, and we knew a lot of our leaders were away, and we asked a lot of Brad Newley through that early period to really help bring this group together. Once we got together, we started to see at the Blitz that we've got some tools here that can really work, and I just think back about the mission that Delhi was on and the shape that he got himself in pre-season, and then obviously the injury to JLA and bringing Rob in was a huge factor to be able to get right, and we could have went a lot of different ways on that one, but Rob was the perfect fit for us, the perfect fit for Ariel, and just added that little extra shooting to our team as well.
Over the second half of this season, talk about the importance of your coaching staff and some of the veterans and leaders on this team to keep on rolling in hopes of locking in that top spot as you went into finals.
Yeah, great additions to the coaching staff. Big losses in Justin Schuler and Darryl McDonald, but happy for those guys. Bringing in, Jacob Chance, an absolute, winner in our league, and a super high level coach, again, a part of the Boomers program, and he's been outstanding. And then, Reece Carter just growing as a coach, and bringing David Barlow in. So 2 new coaches, and myself and Reece had been here a little while as well, but I thought we did a really good job of understanding each other's strengths and weaknesses fairly early on, and how we support each other, and what the roles were going to be for everybody. But then everybody was happy to contribute and not worry too much about everyone's role. If they saw something, they were willing to put their hand up and talk about it if they thought it was going to be to the betterment of the group. So yeah, really good synergy with our coaches very quickly as well.
And then you look at finals, and while this group fell short of its ultimate goal, can you just talk about the major takeaways from the postseason, and especially the sort of energy and lift you got every home game playing in front of the fans? Yeah,
the most wild postseason I've ever been through in my life, and 2 overtime games against Wollongong in the semi-final series, and 4 games out of the 5 decided by 1 possession. It's when we looked at last year and missing the playoffs by a basket, to step forward and really hone in on every possession is important, and to get ourselves within a shot of winning a championship is extremely pleasing about the growth that we made over this year. Obviously massive disappointment about not taking that final step, but having 5 home finals games at John Cain Arena with our fans, and just knowing coming back for that game 5 where momentum had built and knowing that that thing packed out within hours, and the kind of support that had grown over the course of the season. You know, there's the disappointment there that we didn't quite get that done for our fans, but they were absolutely amazing all year.
And just talking about the way the season ended and looking forward to NBL25, how much hunger does that just add to a group that's already so passionate and so committed to the ultimate goal of winning a championship?
Yeah, you know, this one will hurt for a while, and you know, it took our guys a little while to, you know, really process, you know, what happened, and I thought we were great as a group to say, everybody just took a little look at himself to say, what were the 1 or 2 things that I could have done better, that could have, you know, changed that result. But we move forward and we celebrate, you know, so many great things that happened this year, from the pre-season to finishing top in the regular season to giving ourselves that home court advantage. And you know, that's what this club is about, is putting yourself in a position to challenge for championships every year, and we succeeded, you know, in that task this year. As our players look forward, is that going to be a drive or a hunger? Yeah, I think it was the year before by missing the playoffs by, you know, a bucket, and now I carry this you know, sign or picture behind me of Casey Prather of just, you know, one more bucket. It's a reminder to us that just continue to grow and be a little bit better, and hopefully we can do that next year.